Sabah everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I have for you my impressions of the Honor 10. I've had this device for about a week now since the launch event and I've been using it as a daily driver. So I want to share with you guys some of the main things that stand out to me after having this device for about a week. This is TK, let's check it out. The first thing a lot of us will notice about this device is the design. Of course, the glass back with the reflective coloring that we have here. So you'll notice right there, straight at it, looks more greenish. Turning a little bit more to the right, it looks bluish. Turning a little bit more all the way to the other side, we're getting more purplish hue. Now, to me, when you guys are looking at it and it looks green to you, it has more purple tones to me. And then, of course, we have the green band here. This is the Phantom Green color, one of the colors that was announced at the event that a lot of us were surprised about. And I feel like this device really kind of is married between two different devices. What we look for here with the P20 Pro, which we have the gradient purple and blue color, and what we had originally with the Honor 8. The Honor 8 has the same design as far as the aesthetics. You'll notice right there the glass reflectant. And what you're getting here essentially is 15 layers of glass topped on top of each other. But not only that, here we have a nice little bit of a curved edge on the side, and of course the color changing that we didn't have here with the original blue. And again, aesthetically very similar to the way we've done the colors here on the P20 Pro. The cameras on the back are very unique as well. We have a 24 megapixel monochrome sensor with a 16 megapixel RGB sensor that's enabling us to get some of the best pictures that we can get out of here. Both set at f1.7 with an LED flash here with an AI camera, and that's going to be a little bit more, I'll talk to that a little bit more when I get into the camera. On the left, we have just a SIM slot for 2 SIM cards, as well as a volume rocker, power button, an IR blaster with a microphone on the top, and a fast charging USB Type-C connector, as well as bottom firing speaker, and of course a 3.5mm headphone jack promising a 7.1 sound. The display is a 1080p display. Again, this is an 18:9 aspect ratio. Let's go ahead and open it up. Face unlock works very, very well, and of course the fingerprint sensor is really unique in the sense that it's actually under the glass, but not in display. You can see that it is exactly very flush. It's ultrasonic and it is under the glass, but not in display. And of course it occupies the little chin area that we have at the bottom of the display. Now, powering this device is going to be the Kirin 970. We have 4 gigs of RAM with 128 gigs of internal storage, although I did hear that the 6 gig RAM version of this device will be released in China. As far as the European model, there was 4 colors announced. The two phantom colors that really strike the most is the green and the blue. Again, so you notice right there, it has that green tone again, but to me it's more, depending on the angle you're looking at it, you're going to get different experience there. The fingerprint sensor on this is very fast. It has been updated as far as software-wise from the initial launch. So at launch, it was software version 100. I am running 104, and the fingerprint sensor issues that were present at the beginning were basically fixed. I am running a custom launcher over the EMUI system, so that's something you want to also keep in mind, that if you're thinking of installing a second launcher, this is going to run very fast, very smooth, no issues as far as running it. And then the fingerprint gestures that we have here are very present, they're very nice. I can open up like an application here, let's say Google Play Store, press home, go back, everything works great. You launching the Google Home, you'd have to basically just launch it from the bottom, as that's how it actually launches. It no longer has a place for it to initiate. If you just don't do that, it'll open it up for you. Overall, what you're getting with the camera really is, the front-facing one, by the way, is a 24 megapixel at f2.0. Camera does have a dedicated AI, as well as the fact that it has scene recognition. So it will recognize scenes. Like I said, when I did take this picture, it recognized that it was a photo. Now this picture itself, I took this recently. You'll notice by far there's that little button that says AI right there. Now, if I click on the AI and it'll turn it on, you notice that the image starts basically popping out a little bit more. So if I take it out, you'll notice the darker areas right there. Clicking it on, it just kind of balances the image. It didn't really do much for the actual subject in this shot, but it does actually do a really good job of it. If I go into the gallery, I want to share with you guys one really good picture that I took. This is an image that I took in London of Chinatown. And then, of course, turning it on, you'll notice that kind of turns off some of the main colors that you get right here at the bottom. And then turning it on, it kind of balances on, and it gives you a much more pop. And the best way I describe this is it generates images that are ready to go on social media without having the need to be edited. Of course, you can basically turn them on in different scenes. I did use them. It doesn't actually apply to the front-facing camera, although it does work mainly on the back one. Portrait mode does have the ability of turning on 3D images, and those are very nice. I'll share with you guys again one more picture that I did, and this was during the launch event. I was able to take, there was an image of one of their models over there. You have the ability, basically, you just have to be very close to your subject, and you can go after the fact and change the different colors and then change the lighting effect, or even change it, go back to the original, change the different aspects, close it, change the position of the light, and then when you're ready, you just hit save, and and then the image saves, and you're able to share this directly on your social media accounts. Capable of doing 4K 30 frames per second on the back-facing sensors and 1080p on the front-facing sensor, and of course we have a lot more options in the back here to be able to download for pro mode, slow-mo mode, all the different things that you'd like to do, and be able to basically edit and do all of those things directly within the device. Now, a lot of us may not realize this, but this device actually has a very good loudspeaker. I'm going to play a quick song for you guys just to kind of give you how loud this thing can get. Definitely very loud, and it actually pretty good as far as phone calls. I've been using it to make and receive phone calls. Is very good. Bluetooth is very nice, of course. We have Wi-Fi, all the different radios that you can imagine from a device like this. The display is an IPS display. It's not an AMOLED display, so you want to keep that in mind. But you have a lot of options as far as even hiding the notch if you're not happy with it. That was something a lot of people were asking me, is like, can you hide the notch? Can you change that display? Can you do something about it? Yes, I can definitely do this, and all it does really just adds a bar over it. I personally like to keep the notch. I'm not really bothered with it anymore. The display again is a full 1080p FHD plus, because it's actually running the larger aspect ratio. So it's 2280 by 1080 for high. You can go to full HD or HD plus, which means it's a 720p display, and that can be used to save you even more battery. The display or the device comes with EMUI built in without an app drawer. You can turn on the app drawer built in here. This has always been available with EMUI ever since I think EMUI 5.1. And of course, what we have here is the Huawei ID support. Software update. I did receive a software update on this device since I picked up the device last week. So you'll notice right there, COL-L29 8.1-104. That's the current version of the software that I'm running on my device. 4 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of internal storage, as I mentioned to you guys, with security patch update all the way as of April 1st. Enjoying content on this device is going to be definitely an easy thing to do. You can watch Netflix, you can turn on Hulu, all the different streaming services. Although I do want to mention to you guys, at this point, this device has not been certified to play 1080p on the device within Netflix. That's something that I noticed, or that was also brought up by some of the other YouTubers, that the P20 Pro did not have in all models, but this version of the Honor 10 does not have it yet, and I'm hoping this could be addressed in a future software update. The cameras themselves currently do not have OIS or EIS. They are promising us EIS within software update, so we're supposed to be getting something like that, very similar in an update, as the Honor 9 did have that last year. But overall, using games, everything. Some people were also asking about, was there any overheating issues? No issues for me after I've gone through and updated to the 104. I did not recognize or notice much heating in the beginning as I was playing games and watching movies on this on the plane back from London. So overall, very nice device, very well balanced, with more things coming through it. And of course, they're supporting it. They're going to be pushing more updates to this. It is running the latest version of Android with EMUI 8.1, and I definitely would really like to see Android P on this coming up in the near future and when it becomes more official. But other than that, I think when you're using the device, you're going to get a really good experience. Touch sensitivity is really good. There's no latency. I've had some people also ask me, is this actually suffering some of the touch latencies that we've seen on the View 10 before, which I think were also fixed with the software update. No issues there. Music playback is really good. You do have a built-in music player. The built-in music player does give us the ability of going into the Huawei sound effects here. We're able to turn on the equalizer and be able to customize the experience to get that 7.1 surround sound. And as far as enjoying content on this device,
so hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I have for you
go ahead and lower the volume here. And we do have the ability of doing pinch to zoom. Go ahead and pause it real quick. And this was my unboxing that I did on my channel. Actually, this is the last video before this. So this was this first thing I did after the launch event was done. I went to the hotel and I wanted to share this with you guys. And you guys could see a little bit more in-depth unboxing on all the features and everything that was included in this device and what makes it so special. Definitely, one of the things I'm going to say as far as initial impressions, very nice. It's a very light device. It feels really good in the hand. The camera's performance has basically been top-notch, no issues. The fingerprint sensor did have some concerns at the beginning, and I think overall they fixed that problem with the update to 104, although they can fix even more and add additional features into this. No OIS or EIS right now is a little bit of a concern. Not too worried about it, as they're promising us EIS to be able to be turned on with a future software update, and they've done that with the Honor 9 as well in the past. The aesthetics, of course, will always be the number one thing I really enjoy about this device. I wish we had stereo speakers, but I think that's something hopefully they can turn on in the future, as it looks very, very close to the way we have here on the P20 Pro, and I would hope that they would be able to basically turn that on as in a part of a future update. Performance top notch. The Kirin 970 is definitely one of the best devices on the market, and what we're getting here essentially is just overall great performance, either also on gesture control here, which I'm using on the device, and I'm able to basically turn on gesture controls, and of course the ability of use maximizing the display. So to summarize about a 1 week's impression of this device, definitely very impressed with what we're getting with the Honor 10. A very good contender to some of the other flagships that are coming out this year, even for the rest of the year. The Kirin 970 is definitely one of the main chipsets that they have. It runs really good, cool. There's no heating issues after the 104. There's been some concerns. Some people were mentioning there was overheating issues. I did not have them with my unit. There may be some concerns with other ones. I like the fact that we don't need the dongle, to be able to play music off this device. The 3.5mm headphone jack actually produces pretty good sound, and it really carried its own with the flight back here from London, and I enjoyed using it. It works really good in the US on the US carriers, AT&T and T-Mobile. It's not going to get us LTE, but it definitely gives us a lot of the features that we're looking for. So if you're looking for an Honor 10 or a device in 2018, an Honor device, this is definitely going to be the top notch. Between this and the View 10 are going to be basically contenders. I am working on a comparison video between those two for you guys here on the channel very soon. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think of the Honor 10? Have you heard of Honor before? What are your thoughts on them? And of course, for me, the Phantom Green is going to be my favorite color. And let me know what your favorite color is out of the ones that they announced for the Honor 10 last week. This is TK. I want to say thank you very much for the support. Like and subscribe as usual. And I'll see you guys in the next video.